Well, good morning. It is a joy to be able to worship with you this morning. And for those who are online, we're glad that you're able to join us in that way as well. I'm Don, one of the pastors at First Evangelical Free Church, and our mission is knowing God and making Him known. Our passion is we are becoming disciples, living as a family of disciples, serving as disciples in our community, and sending disciples into the world. I'm going to come back to living as a family of disciples in just a minute here. Our schedule for this week, there are a lot of announcements this week. I'm only going to touch on the schedule for the week since it's Thanksgiving week. So at 10:30 we have Sunday school. Adult Sunday school is in the fellowship hall. At 6 o'clock, we have K through 5 Christmas program practice, along with the evening service, and then at 7 o'clock, senior high youth group. Tuesday morning, we have corporate prayer, if you'd like to join us for that, at 6:30 a.m. And then there are no Wednesday activities at church this week. So please do check out on our website the announcements in the bulletin. There are a number of those that you will be interested in. So as Christians, we are called to be known as disciples, right? We are living as a family of disciples, and so as Christians, we are called to be that first and foremost. And part of that is that we are to be known for loving each other, not primarily known as Americans, not primarily known as conservatives or progressives, and certainly not primarily known as those who wear masks or do not wear masks. And so we are brothers and sisters in Christ, and we are living as a family of disciples. As most of you know, this last Tuesday, after hours of public comment and debate, the City Council passed an ordinance that affects retail businesses, certain retail businesses. That does not apply to us. And I know some of you do know, but many of you may not know that on that same night, at 5 hours into the meeting, so 11:30 at night, the City Council also passed a resolution that does apply to all people in Sioux Falls, Resolution 13220. And I'm going to read just a few excerpts from that because it does impact everybody. And so here, I'll just read a few things. The City of Sioux Falls exhorts the people of Sioux Falls to take action to slow the spread of the virus that causes COVID-19. And then the resolution goes on to state the things that we're used to hearing about the precautions that we are to take, and encourages us to do so. And then, but it also says this, including this one: masks shall be worn in all settings where at least 6 feet of physical distancing cannot be maintained from people who are not a member of one's household. So that's all settings where that is the case. And then it ends with this: this resolution is hereby declared necessary for the immediate preservation of the public health, safety, and welfare of the city, and shall become effective immediately upon its passage and publication pursuant to South Dakota Codified Law 9-19-13. So the resolution is scheduled to be in effect for 31 days and is in effect now. So as a church, then we have to consider, what are we going to do about this resolution? We discussed this at length in our elders meeting on Thursday, and I'll do my best to summarize our discussion and what I believe our position is. So what are we going to do about this as a church? Well, the first thing we're going to do is make you aware of it. And I've just done that, right? So made you aware that this resolution is out there. It applies to everybody in Sioux Falls. and you can find it for yourself on the city's website if you want to read the whole text. Secondly, we're going to acknowledge it. We acknowledge that we see this resolution, but we are not going to take a stand to either support or oppose the resolution. It is what it is. It's a resolution of the city of Sioux Falls that is for all of individuals in Sioux Falls. Thirdly, the city does not ask churches or any other institution to be the enforcers of this resolution. So in other words, they're not calling on the church or institutions or businesses to say you must enforce this. It is written primarily for individuals to deal with. And fourthly, we're going to stress the things that we always stress. First and foremost, that we are disciples of Jesus Christ, and that means that we are called to love each other and lay down our lives for each other. And when circumstances like these, difficult circumstances, come up, like COVID-19 and all the things that have happened because of that, we are called to unity. And so we're called to live as a family of disciples, and that's what we're going to do. So we are becoming disciples, living as a family of disciples, serving as disciples in our community, and sending disciples into the world. So Jim now will continue with worship.